Listening to me, I'm gonna break this down to the level of your capability of comprehending this dimension of existence. This is why 95% of the relationship doesn't work, and the 5% that works is simply because, to an extent, they are conscious to a certain level, or by divine will, one reason or the other, they were capable of reaching the end. Not the ultimate end, the end. When I mean by the end, at least one died and they did not divorce. The ultimate reason of the male and the female is simply evolution. If there is no reproduction, there is no evolution. The man and the woman are not meant to be together. They are meant to reproduce. This is the ultimate nature of them. But right now, because of one thing or the other, you see, they are trying to be together for one reason or the other. And because of this, there are so many pains going on in the world. And it is because of this trying to be together, going against the natural flow of existence, that you see the whole nonsense happening in the world. Masculinity, feminism. This is as a result of distortion, mental happening. Now, the war going on between the females and the males, masculinity, feminism, it's not going as a result of an eye open, as a result of awareness. It is going on simply because of a pain, a deep pain that they cannot handle, so they have to express it in these useless ways. In relationship today, you see people pointing finger at each other. It's his fault, it's her fault. It is none of your fault. It is simply because you guys are trying to go against the natural flow of nature. And I know who goes against nature, there is bound to be consequences. As a conscious being, you must be conscious enough to handle these consequences. Two people who decide to go against nature have decided by natural means to become bond or to be in bondage. I am not saying this bondage is a bad thing, but you as a conscious being must realize that this is a bondage and you must be willing to be in the bondage. The problem is you do not realize it's a bondage. You think it is heaven. So this is why relationships are not working. It is simply because people don't realize it is a bondage. They think it is heaven. You must come to realize the ultimate truth. For anybody to choose this one person and say, this is the one I want to be with, it is going against the natural flow of existence. You must realize that it is a bondage, and you must accept that it is a bondage and work this bondage out. If you think it is heaven, there will always going to be divorces, breakups, heartbreaks, and destruction. If it is realized that this is a bondage, by me letting go of this beautiful man out there that I can fuck, and me letting go of these beautiful women that I can fuck, this is a bondage for me. And choosing this particular person that is not the most beautiful and is not the most ugliest, this is a bondage, and I have accepted to be in this bondage. You must accept this and walk through it together. If you don't realize this, there is always going to be divorces, breakups. While this is a bondage physically, it's also a liberation spiritually. Simply because whoever you touch, especially those that have intercourse with multiple women, you are not only just enjoying or having pleasure, you are ultimately connecting or attracting both their positive and negative karmas. Meaning, if you have multiple women, if you have had sex with multiple women and men, you are attracting by natural means their karmas to yourself. This is simply because 95% of the world is compulsive and not conscious. If you're having sex with multiple conscious women or conscious men, it is a whole different thing. But you are having this with compulsive beings who do things compulsively. They are intrigued to do things. They are not conscious about it. They are creating a whole lot of negative and positive karmas for themselves, unconsciously and consciously. And because of this, you are attracting all these huge karmas, making your life and your next life a miserable experience.